The White House thinks Bidenomics is working. In fact, Vice President Kamala Harris said that very thing in remarks following the release of the July jobs numbers. Bidenomics is working, she exclaimed, later adding that America's economy is strong and experiencing stable and steady growth. But it seems much of America doesn't agree. CNN recently asked Americans what they think of the economy, and it seems the consensus opinion was not much. Before we begin, remember to like this video and subscribe for more economic updates. According to the CNN poll results, just 25% of the country says economic conditions in the country today are good. The poll also found that slightly more than half the country agrees with the following statement: the economy is still in a downturn and conditions are continuing to worsen. Perhaps most revealing in the context of Bidenomics specifically is how Americans feel the president is doing in managing the economy. According to the survey results, 37% of Americans say they approve of the way President Biden is handling the economy, while the other 63% say they disapprove. Those percentages have remained relatively unchanged over the last year and a half. It's true that a lot of Americans are working, but also true that the number of Americans currently working 2 full-time jobs remains near an all-time high amid a period that has seen both the highest inflation and fastest interest rate increases in the last 4 decades. It's also true that real wages, which take inflation into account, are rising again. In May, real wages were up for the first time in 2 years. But again, that's the first time in 2 years. Cumulatively, real wages declined nearly 7.5% from the end of 2020 through the first quarter of 2023. It's true as well that consumer spending has been up all year long, but against the backdrop of a broad decline in real wages. Analysts say Americans have been spending money in part by spending down savings and racking up record levels of debt. When the president says, as he did recently, "I didn't realize I had Bidenomics going," it's reasonable to suggest much of the country didn't realize it either. Until next time.